Hey everyone, Grandmaster Ben Finegold here with another 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. Today we're going to look at a game played by none other than Levy Roseman, also known as Gotham Chess. He's playing in this Spilimbergo Open, which reminds me of a Simpsons joke when they got the Mexican equivalent of Steven Spielberg, which sounds very suspiciously like the name of this city in Italy. But anyway, this was a game played in round 6. The tournament just ended today. Levy got 6 out of 9 and beat a grandmaster in the last round. This game, he wasn't so fortunate. So this was a very up and down game with both sides having advantages at different points. And they got to this bishop ending late in the game. And here, black is drawing by the skin of his teeth, but he has to figure out how to do it. It's a very unusual draw, which Levy went over on his channel. Although he didn't discuss all the ins and outs, he gave basic idea. So Levy played f5 check, which is the only move that draws. Notice bishop is attacking the pawn, so white has to move their king to defend the pawn, and he did. And in this position, black has a move that draws that's not very easy to find. So if you haven't seen this before, pause your video and try to find black's only drawing move. It's not easy. Okay, and we're back. The only move to draw, which Levy didn't find, was bishop takes h4 check, sacrificing the bishop. The reason is this pawn is the wrong colored rook pawn. It's promoting on a white square and bishop's on a dark square. So if we could trade off this b pawn, we can draw the game, and we can. We play king d5, and when Levy calculated this, he was calculating trying to win the b pawn, which you can't do. And he didn't realize that after something like this, which prevents the king from coming in, he can defend his pawn, and the idea is to play b5 and take on a4. So for example, this position is a known draw because the king is in the wrong corner of the bishop, and most club players know this is a draw too. And if white wants to win, white has to take on b5 and then stop king b4 by playing something like bishop b2, bishop d2. But then a4, b4, a3, this pawn promotes, white captures it, and black captures the pawn. And we have a draw. So Levy could have drawn with bishop takes, but he wasn't thinking about the wrong corner defense. He was just wondering if he could come up here and win the pawn, which he can't. So Levy made a mistake, and he played bishop e7. Now white's winning if white plays h5. Turns out bishop c7 also wins. But white made a mistake, giving Levy a chance. But if Levy didn't play bishop h4 last move, he's probably not going to play it next move. Played bishop e3. Now, bishop h4 loses because you can't save your b pawn, and you can't win white's b pawn. But there's an amazing move that draws here, which both sides missed. So again, pause your video. This is more difficult than the first question. So this is a tough video. You can draw, but you got to, play the only move. Okay, the only drawing move is f4 check. The idea is if you take with the bishop, you can't take on b6. So once again, I can do this drawing maneuver that I showed you previously. And if you take with the king on f4, then black's very lucky. Black can play bishop e1 with a very easy draw. The black king comes over, and white doesn't really have any winning chances here. So f4 check again draws for the same reason. Levy played bishop d6 check And now he's just lost because he can't win the H-pawn. And the only way to win the H-pawn is to run over with your king and win it. And white wins this pawn. And it's very much like a king and pawn ending where the outside pass pawn wins. Very similar. And so the game didn't go much longer because white just brought his king around to the queen side. And eventually white trades the H-pawn for the F-pawn. And once that happens, we just go over and win the A-pawn because your king is here, my king is here. So if Levy could play king A6 or king B6, then he would draw, but he can't get his king over there because white shoulders him out and then just plays king B5 and wins the pawn on A5. Nothing black can do about it because black can't get his king over there. And here Levy resigned. I think Levy only lost 1 or 2 games in this tournament. This ending should have been a draw, but that's okay because you have good luck and bad luck. And there was another ending, which I'm going to look at in another 5 minutes with Ben, I think, where Levy had a drawn ending that was totally bonkers, and he ended up winning. And that was more interesting than this. This has some good learning value, but the other one is exciting. Like, even if you didn't play chess, you'll like the other one that I'm going to show you from the same tournament. Okay, I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold. This has been 5 Minutes with Ben. Hope you enjoyed this video. And next video, if the YouTube editor puts them in order, I'm not saying they will, we'll show another Levy game where actually he wins. Bye, everybody.